I don't know where this came
That ain't
from.
it. That ain't it, Eminem.
I don't know where that came from either.
That ain't it, Em.
Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have a couple of topics to cover. One that continues the crap storm surrounding Eminem's Doomsday Part 2, as we've got 3 versions of Benzino pop out thanks to this song. First, the meltdowns that we covered via IG DMs when Benzino claimed he was too old to rap and would rather fight Eminem, and then he went on No Jumper and claimed he wanted to meet up with Eminem so they can sit and have a conversation. And we got the third version of Benzino on this matter, when he dropped his Eminem diss track, firing back at Eminem that stirred wild reactions so far, including Charlamagne's reaction that got social media buzzing. More on this in a bit. And today we'll start with perhaps the most chaotic moment in hip-hop right now, Nicki Minaj versus Megan Thee Stallion, and as far as we know, it was kickstarted by Megan's new song Hiss. And at first, Megan opened the track with these bars: "I feel like Mariah Carey, got these dudes so obsessed," one that's bound to raise eyebrows for obvious reasons, and also the fact that when you think about it, Nicki and Mariah also had beef like a decade ago, but it was these next bars that set things off. "These garden tools don't be mad at Megan. These garden tools mad at Megan's law. I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me to start." Now, Megan's law in that bar is believed to be aimed at Nicki's husband, because Megan's law is a federal law in the United States that requires law enforcement authorities to make information available to the public regarding registered sex offenders, and this was created due to the murder of Megan Canker, hence the name Megan's Law. And when you take into account that as recent as 2023, we still got headlines like these: Nicki Minaj's husband withdraws bid to be scrubbed from New York sex offender registry, you gotta admit that was a bomb with Nicki's name on it. And Nicki Minaj lost it on social media, airing out Megan Thee Stallion as a phony who's a certified liar, accusing Megan of even lying on her mother, who passed in 2019. And when Bigfoot dropped, many of the points she brought up about Megan on X were found on the diss track. A track that includes bars like, "For a free beat, you could hit Megan raw. If you a ghostwriter, party in Megan's jaw." She also insinuates that Megan's Grammys are most likely sponsored. She rapped, "They got you all them Grammys, but your flow's still a no." And while Nicki pointed out how Megan reportedly lied about her entanglements with rappers to Gayle King's face in the interview, Nicki also called her shooting incident into question, the incident that's got Tory Lanez locked up right now, as she rapped, "If you get shot with no scar." And the reactions to this have been all over the place, and we could have a pending lawsuit in the future. But first, in Nicki's corner, you can find popular takes like, "Bigfoot by Nicki Minaj reminds me of Kill Shot by Eminem. The verses were facts, not meant to be hitting bars, but very direct lines, said in a baiting sarcastic manner towards the receiver. But there were no lies, and the message was very clear. This was the warning shot." Phew. And according to some reports, Megan's ex-photographer reacted to Bigfoot claiming not one lie. But this could go either way, seeing as it is coming from a quote ex-photographer. So who knows for sure, but somehow Eminem was dragged in again. That Nicki Minaj anti-black Bigfoot diss song is trash. I place her in the same category as Eminem, LOL. I have no idea what this user is on about. Anti-black to describe Nicki and Eminem makes no sense. Maybe to someone who shares Dr. Umar's sentiments. Maybe. But to be fair, some have used Nicki's lyrics on Bigfoot against her when she rapped, "Why the F is you humping on the minor?" And this response went viral, a headline from a few years back. Nicki Minaj booed on stage, giving a 13-year-old boy a lap dance.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Like I said earlier, this has been chaotic, and Bigfoot has reportedly been making female rap history when it comes to its debut numbers on streaming platforms. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on this song in the comments. And now Megan Canker's dad is reportedly considering legal action against Megan Thee Stallion for using Megan's Law in that bar. But to be honest, regardless of where you stand, Moving on, after Benzino claimed he was too old to rap. Back then, around the time, he also claimed he wanted to box Eminem. Also around the time, he claimed he'd like to sit down and have a chat with Eminem. But Benzino still had more tricks up his sleeve as he dropped Vulturius. And here's a quick rundown. He raps about how Eminem is mad he lacks melanin, calls Eminem Jim Crow, torches on Eminem's overdose, accuses Eminem of invading the culture, and only going at pop stars like Benzino, Melly Mel, El Jamar, Joe Budden, Ja Rule, Cannabis.
Just need a little bit of water.
I meant Mariah and Co. He also rapped about how Eminem is a clone who's never seen in public with women but got a song called What If I Was Gay. But perhaps the bar that wasn't just recycled fluff was this, when he rapped, "You a punk, plan my funeral please, you shoot who, square and even go circle the block for proof." And while some believe this is at least more modern than Melly Mel's this reaction got me rolling. No auto-tune, no mixing, just straight bomb garbage, fire emojis. And users on platforms like X have reacted with memes like this. But when it comes to hip-hop media, it has been rough for the popular media journos, not gonna lie. As it turns out, they actually don't know a damn thing about current events in hip-hop, as now both Charlamagne and Envy are claiming that the Eminem diss came out of the blue.
I don't know where this came from.
That ain't it, Eminem.
I don't know where that came from either.
That ain't it, Em. What's the why?
But Charlamagne, as expected, ramped it up a notch. He trashed Eminem as usual and propped up Benzino.
It just came, when I say just came out of nowhere.
It's just sonically not appealing to my ears, but why? What are they even beefing for?
I don't know. It came out of nowhere.
Them snippets I heard, it sound like Benzino snapping a little bit. I don't know, y'all say what y'all want. It sound like Benzino was kind of hard just now, bro.
I don't know where this beef came from though. It just came out of nowhere.
Play that little snippet again for me, right? I gotta give it to Benzino for that one. Crack on crack kind of nuts, yo. I ain't heard either whole record, but if I'm going off just snippets, Benzino better beat selection.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Heard some better bars from Benzino than I heard from him.
And they are even getting called out in their comment section for their ignorance. That beef didn't come out of nowhere. Benzino dissed M in his rant a few months ago when he was beefing with his daughter over borrowing money. But in reality, since Eminem's Rock Hall nomination, we've had multiple examples of Benzino dissing Eminem since then, not just one. And mind you, Eminem is literally the biggest artist in the genre, and we have big media personalities who don't know basic details that led to Doomsday Part 2. Another user expanded, "Everybody that has something to say about the Benzino and M beef just sound goofy as F, always commenting on something they know nothing about," laughing emoji. So while so-called hip-hop heads are worried about if Eminem is a guest or not in hip-hop, or if he can be considered one of the GOATs because of his race, we have uninformed talking heads that represent hip-hop media who don't care about basic details. Even reactors on YouTube got more knowledge of what's going on than the faces of hip-hop media. It is wild. And another user expanded under, "Envy and Charlamagne acting like the M and Benzino beef came out of nowhere is crazy," laughing emojis. That beef been cooking for 20 plus years, and most users on the web aren't surprised by Charlamagne's take at this point. Personally, I would have been surprised if he had anything positive to say about Eminem, and check this out. Of course, Charlatan the fraud thinks anyone who goes at M had the better diss track, laughing emojis. But over to you guys, share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.